What's going on, everybody? Gormy here with FMBase. Today, we're going to be going over the top 5 Wonder Kids 5 years on within FM23. Now, this isn't like Jude Bellingham, Jamal Musiala type Wonder Kids. This is Wonder Kids that, in my opinion, are must-buys within FM23 5 years on if you end up getting the money to be able to bring them into your clubs. They're absolute ballers and are at least one save. Try and get these guys because they are all amazing. But if you guys happen to enjoy today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit the sub button? Also, at the end of the video, I do have a bit of news for you guys, so make sure to stick around until the end. But I guess without further ado, let's get into that first Wonder Kid. So the first player we are going to be talking about today is Mr. Andreas Schjelderup. He plays at FC, I believe this is how you pronounce it, Nordjylland or Nordsjælland. It's one of those. Well, probably not because I'm American. We can't pronounce anything. But Andreas Schjelderup, Norwegian, 18 years old, absolute baller. Can be picked up between 3.9, probably honestly around 3.5 and 12 million pounds. Can definitely get him with installments as well. But this kid can play on the left wing or at striker. In previous years, he's also been able to play on the right wing as well. Kid is absolutely incredible. This is him day one of a save. So he's already got a very, very good set of dribbling, first touch, and finishing. Basically has the early stages of a holy trinity right there. If his finishing gets up towards like 15, kid is going to be an absolute beast. He's a great playmaker already with great vision. Amazing off the ball. He's got some flair to him. He's got some pace as well. He likes to cut inside from that left wing. So he is a very, very good pickup early on. He becomes absolute baller. And his price, if you're able to hold on to him, say for those 5 seasons, is going to skyrocket. And you can probably buy at least 5 players for what this kid ends up being worth. All right, so here we are with Andreas Schjelderup, now 5 seasons on. He has moved to Leicester City, and that is the only move that he has had. He is currently wanted by Tottenham Hotspur, so he is moving on to bigger and better things potentially if he's able to get that move. But we can now see that he is pretty darn good at playing deeper in left midfield and as a center attacking mid as well. And his value is anywhere from 39 million pounds to 116 million pounds. So if Tottenham Hotspur want him, they are going to have to pay a pretty penny to acquire him. Now, I did mention previously he had the beginnings of a holy trinity. His first touch out of those 3 is the only thing that got better, but his crossing got a little bit better. Corners got a little bit better. His vision got better. He got a little bit quicker as well. But he now likes to try killer balls often, likes to try and beat that offside trap, and plays 1-2s. So he is a very, very solid player, and only 5 years on, he will only be 22 years old. So he is a definite and a must pick up in my opinion. I mean, for a player at 22 years old that looks this freaking good, if you are the right manager for him, he is going to be an absolute club legend under you. So Andreas Schjelderup, definitely one of the top pickups for FM23 Wonder Kid wise. Next up, we have a bigger player name-wise. It is Gavi. Gavi is an absolute baller in this game. He's a baller in real life. Gavi actually at the World Cup just became the youngest player to score at the World Cup since Pele did. So that is one heck of a company to be in, being one of the youngest players to score since Pele. So I mean, he's already valued at 29 million pounds to 87 million pounds. He has some very, very good attributes on him. Now, he is definitely more offensively minded. His first touch is great. Dribbling is great. He's got some decent passing already. Good technique, vision, work rate. Love seeing that off the ball. I mean, his mentals for a 17-year-old are absolutely incredible. And he does have some acceleration to him. He will probably develop pace-wise. But he already likes to move into channels, tries killer balls often, comes deep to get the ball, plays 1-2s, and knocks the ball past the opponent. So he already has the making of an absolute baller. I would not be surprised if he ends up being worth between 100 to 200 million pounds 5 years on. He should probably still be at Barcelona, I would think. I don't think that they would sell him on, so hopefully he is. And I mean, he's just an absolute star there for them. So they definitely have the next Xavi or Iniesta within Gavi. So here we are with Gavi 5 years on, and what do you know? I was right about two things. Barcelona were able to keep him because I don't know why they would sell him. He's now on a $400,000 per week contract, which is absolutely insane. But his transfer value is now anywhere from £97 million to £291 million. So he is absolutely absurd. His passing got a little bit better, so did his technique and vision. But I mean, his mentals for a 22-year-old are absolutely absurd. Those are absolutely incredible. His physicals got better as well. This kid, if you can afford him, honestly, probably the only way you're going to be getting him is on a free, and if you're a bigger club. If you can get Gavi, definitely do so. He is absolutely absurd. If you're doing a Barcelona save, build around him. I mean, that's what they should do in reality to reset their financial situation, is just build around the young Spaniards that they have. But Gavi is an absolute world beater. Now, one thing that Schjelderup and him both have in common, even though Schjelderup is a winger or can also play striker, which, as you can tell, he can't play striker if need be, but he definitely shouldn't unless it's 100% necessary. They both scored 40 goals for Gavi scoring 40 for Barcelona, and then Schjelderup doing 40 for Leicester. Now, Schjelderup did it in a less amount of time, but I mean, 40 goals from midfielder who is balling out on assists. And I checked part of his history. He broke the Barcelona assist record in a season with 16 in a season, which I thought that it would be higher. But he had 16 assists in a season, breaking the Barcelona record, which, I mean, it shows how good this kid is. So Gavi, number 4, definitely pick him up. So coming in at number 3 is a young man by the name of Mathys Tel. Mathys Tel is currently at Bayern Munich in Season 1 because they just brought him in from Stade Rennais. Mathys Tel is a player with plenty of potential at his disposal. He is a young player, so keep in mind that he is definitely going to have to develop. And Holy Trinity-wise, compared to Gavi and Schjelderup, he isn't there. But the reason why I have him at number 3 on this list, I mean, these players really aren't in any particular order, to be honest. But the reason why he is at number 3 is because of how good this kid can become. Because you look at his attributes right now to where the Holy Trinity, it's starting to develop, and he only has like 11 corners, 12 passing, and whatnot. He's got some pace, determination, and flair. He's valued between £24 million to £73 million. So he is definitely going to become a baller. If you're looking for him 5 years on in your save, he will most likely be at a big club. Whether he is still at Bayern Munich or he's at, say, a Liverpool, a Man City, a PSG, like that type of level, he will move. So if you can't find him at Bayern Munich, he is probably at one of the bigger clubs. But Mathys Tel, 5 years on, let's check out and see how he looks. So here we are, 5 years on with Mathys Tel, and he is now at Manchester City. He played 36 games only not 36 games. That was for Bayern Munich too, that he played 36 games. For Bayern, he played 58, scored 21 times, and then he just got a move recently to Manchester City, where he has played 39 games but only scored 5. But ignore those low numbers because this dude is absolutely insane. You can already tell that his development really helped. I mean, the dribbling went up by 1, but his finishing and first touch now has him at a lower scale Holy Trinity. He is a very good player. 15 technique, determination, and flair both went up. Off the ball went up. Acceleration went up. His pace did not, stayed the same. But I mean, he has improved overall. Runs with ball through center, curls ball, cuts inside from the left or the right wing. So this dude is like a perfect attacker for anyone. He is now valued at £40 million to £120 million. So if you want him, try and get him early on, or at least try and get him on loan. Maybe even a free transfer if you're able to. But Mathys Tel is definitely an absolute baller. Yes, those numbers are low for what he did in the sim, but I know for a fact this dude can be an absolute goal-scoring machine. Next up, we have probably my favorite wonder kid this year. It is not Endrick coming at number 2. Arda Güler is coming at number 2. I almost put him at number 1, to be honest, because you look at his attributes and he is absolutely insane for a 17-year-old that is valued between 4.3 million pounds and 13 million pounds. You'll find him in the Turkish league, so make sure they have the Turkish league loaded. You will find Arda Güler at Fenerbahce. He is so freaking good at 17 years old that he came into the first team and replaced Mesut Ozil there. So he is very, very good. He is very, very talented, and he becomes an absolute baller. He will become probably your... I hate when people use these kind of like similarities with players, but he will be like your Turkish Messi, to where he kind of does everything for you. He will be your heartbeat of the team, especially in the number 10 role. He will be your heartbeat of the team, and he will dictate how things go. And one reason why is because he likes to dictate the tempo, but he also comes deep to get the ball and arrives late in opponent's area. So he is a very, very knowledgeable player. He is a very, very good player. Now, mental-wise, he definitely needs to improve his concentration and decisions, but his determination and flair is great. Already has some decent vision, crossing, first touch, free kick taking, passing technique. He is going to be a set-piece specialist for you early on. He isn't going to be one of the quickest players. He can't really jump that high or anything, doesn't have the greatest strength, but in time he will definitely develop in those areas to where it becomes better. But I mean, this kid is a absolute beast, and for the price of between 4.3 million pounds, 13 million pounds, like I said earlier, Schjelderup, you could probably get it cheaper, especially with installments. This is a no-brainer buy for any save you are doing, to where you have at least 5 million pounds. You try and bring him in as your signing. Even if it's just that one signing, try and bring him in. He is going to be an absolute game changer for you, especially being 4.3 million pounds to 13 million pounds. Wait till you see how much this dude gets to within value. So here we are 5 years on, and he has turned into an absolute monster and now plays at Crystal Palace. That is the one move that he had, and he is going to become a club legend at Crystal Palace. Currently, I'm very surprised he's not wanted by anybody. He is absolutely balling out. I mean, you look at his attributes 5 years on. He has the Holy Trinity. He's still a good set-piece specialist. He's got good passing, good penalty taking. His technique's almost at 20. He's one off. His composure and concentration both got pretty solid. I mean, the composure got great. Concentration, decisions, both improved. Determination, flair. He's a leader now. He's good off the ball. He's got great vision. And he improved his speed. Acceleration by 3, pace by 4. So he can definitely become an all-around beast for you. And originally he was basically only able to play the number 10 role. He can now play the number 9. He can play the number 7, I believe that is, and the number 11. So he is very, very freaking good. He places shots. That, I think, is and cuts inside from both wings. So he's added 2 more things to his player traits over those 5 years, and he's worth 40 million pounds to 119 million pounds now. So paying 4.3 to 13 million pounds for someone that's going to turn into this in 5 years' time at 22 years of age, I mean, that it's a no-brainer buy. This is why I was very close to putting him at number 1. He is going to be one of the must-buys this year. Hopefully this kid continues this over the next few years in FM, and maybe he even gets a big-time move to a top European club in the near future in real life. I definitely could see him going to a place like Bayern Munich. Put him up there with Mathys Tel. I think that they would create magic there. So, number 2, Arda Güler, definitely bring this kid in. Coming in at number 1, I did mention him previously, and there's kind of no way but to have him at number 1. Arda Güler almost beat him out for number 1, but Mr. Endrick, the top wonder kid now within FM, now after Yusufa Moukoko, he is the top player that everyone is wanting to bring into their saves. You'll find him at Palmeiras in Brazil. in their U20s because he is 15 years of age. And at 15 years of age, he is valued at 8.2 to 25 million pounds with these type of attributes already. He basically has the Holy Trinity at 15 years of age, and he has some decent pace for right now. He will definitely improve. He's got 18 flair already, like Neymar level flair, which he does in reality. If you watch any film on him, he is very good with tricks. But player traits, he moves into channels, likes around the keeper, attempts overhead kicks, and runs with the ball often. You're going to have an offensive machine on your hands. I would not be surprised if he is able to play striker, left wing, center attacking mid, and right wing all competently by 5 years on. Where he will be 5 years on is the big question, because I've seen him go to smaller clubs. I've seen him go to massive clubs. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing where he will go 5 years on. Now, keep in mind, I don't think he is able to move over to Europe until he's like 17 or 18. Probably wrong on that, but I think that is how it works with young Brazilian players. They have to hit a certain age. So try and keep that in mind. You won't be able to have him off the rip, but this is a player within time that you definitely need to bring over to your side. So we're 5 years on, and in my opinion, this move makes perfect sense for Endrick. This is the one move he has made. He went to Porto, and it makes perfect sense for me. Reason why it makes perfect sense is because, one, he speaks Portuguese already. He's Brazilian, but also, in reality, the Portuguese league is becoming a stepping stone for a lot of younger Brazilian players, kind of like how it has been with Shakhtar Donetsk, where they produce some pretty good young talented Brazilians. The Portuguese league is starting to do the same thing. So Endrick going to the Portuguese league makes a lot of sense. He will then get his big move from there, and that is what is most likely going to happen because he is currently wanted by Manchester United, Newcastle United, AS Monaco, which I guess is just randomly thrown in there because they're good again, and then Barcelona, which he is actually linked to in reality right now, them and Real Madrid. At the time of recording this, but he is valued at 22 million pounds to 67 million pounds. So on the lower end of things, and when you look at his attributes, I don't think he should be valued that low. I think that is an absolute steal for someone at 20 years old that has the Holy Trinity at 16. That is insane. He's got 16 acceleration, 15 pace. So he's gotten faster. He's gotten stronger. I mean, you look at his physicals, basically everything's green except jumping reach. And then his mental, he's gotten smarter. I mean, he's gotten more composed. His decision making's great. His off the ball is good. He's a good penalty taker. He is a liability defensively, but that is not why he is here in your side. He is here to score goals, and he is going to be able to do so because in his first full year as a starter, he scored 19 goals for Porto. In the Portuguese league as a 20-year-old, that is pretty decent numbers. And also, like I said, I think he would be able to play across the top 4 attacking positions competently. He can at least do 3 of them. Actually, accomplished, and competent. So actually, I was correct that he can do all 4. He is just that type of player, and with that determination going up to 14, he is definitely going to be a player that is a must buy. Looking at his transfer value now, 5 years on, I would prefer probably buying him 5 years on when he looks like this for that type of price than how he was having to hope that he develops perfectly earlier on. So this is definitely a kid that you bring in 5 years on. If you're at a super giant within Europe, like a PSG, Man City, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, definitely get this kid in your side. If you're lucky enough to be one of those lower, say, Prem sides, when the game predicts you to finish 18th with Fulham, when they're absolutely flying in reality, and you're able to bring them in, definitely do so. Definitely bring in an Endrick, bring in an Andreas Schjelderup. It will definitely help you because these 5 Wonder Kids are going to be game changing for everybody. Now, I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you guys did, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribing is 100% free, so why not hit that sub button? FMBase community would love to have you. These Wonder Kids are absolute ballers, and there are some bargains in there as well. Bring in Arda Güler. Bring in Andreas Schjelderup. I know Gavi's probably the one and only that is going to be kind of out of everyone's price range, and rightfully so because he's an absolute baller. But if you can bring him in, definitely do so. But like I said earlier, there was some news that I needed to break to all of you. I am going to be moving on from FMBase. Unfortunately, I have really enjoyed my time here making content for this great community with FMBase. I mean, FMBase has been around for so long. Getting the opportunity to come here, make content for you guys week in, week out, it has been an absolute gift of an opportunity, and it's really helped me develop as a content creator. And that is kind of what me and my bosses kind of realized, that I have started to grow as a content creator, and I do have my own channel. So if you guys would like to check that out, I'll be linking it down in the description. If you guys would like to continue to watch content that I create, I do tactics and stuff like this from time to time as well. But yeah, we have decided to go separate ways. It's not a goodbye per se. It's a see you later, because I will still be doing stuff on the FMBase website, like uploading tactics and whatnot. So definitely keep an eye out for that. But I am going to shout him out, Mr. Liam, who is my boss. This was an amazing opportunity to make content for FMBase. It has really helped me grow, not only as a content creator, but as a person as well, because I realize everything that goes into all this now, and he has been a big time help. So yeah, once again, thank you guys for supporting FMBase, supporting me while being here as well. And I hope that whatever is in store for the FMBase community in the near future, I am sure it's going to be fire, because Liam always knows what he's doing. So yeah, with all that being said, if you guys enjoyed today's video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment down below what Wonder Kids you guys are looking forward to signing from this video, from this top 5, because they're all absolute ballers. But yeah, I guess until next time, have a good one. Bye-bye.